yes, still the mess. Bonjour, bonjour, fragrance lovers, welcome back to my sofa. Have a seat, come here, have a seat. Let's take a tea and let's relax together. So, in today's video I'm pretty excited because we're talking about one of my favorite fragrance and one of the fragrance that I think I would always love on a man, on a woman, on everyone. And for me it's a timeless classic, so whatever people say about like, oh, it's a bit mainstream, like everybody wears it, I'm like, well, it's still very classy and elegant, and I think, yeah, one of the best for me. So this is Terre d'Hermes by Hermes, of course. So I received a few times in the comments that, oh, which one do you have as Terre d'Hermes? Which one is the best? What is best for me? And so I decided to do it. Usually I give a grade to the fragrance, but for this one, because I love it so much, I have to admit that it was difficult to give a grade. But there's definitely one that is specific to you, and it's not all about, oh, this one is the best, blah blah. No. We have to find which one is the best for you. It needs to be personalized. Just don't buy the one that some people say, yeah, that's the best. No. Take something that you like and match your personality. So first of all, we're gonna talk about the composition of each interpretation. We start by the EDT because for me it's really the DNA of Terre d'Hermes. So really like a simple composition. You have some grapefruit and orange, so it's quite citrusy and vibrant opening, and you've got a lot of pepper, and the vetiver is really there with a dry down that is quite dry actually. And what is interesting with Terre d'Hermes and what I saw is amazing, it's an EDT but for me like very spicy. The pepper is very black and intense, and it really gives a charisma to the eau de toilette, and it's not usually the case for eau de toilette, so it's quite surprising. And I really thought the balance is nicely done between a bitter juicy orange that is very quite present and acidic, and a pepper that is perfectly balancing that vibe, and the dry down a bit more like classy and softer with the vetiver. When it dries down, the opening is still there. It's quite linear fragrance, like the opening that you get is sensibly the dry down that you get as well. The orange is very present, so it's very a punchy fragrance, I would say, a lot of charisma, and it's slightly like wild, but it dry down a bit with a charismatic benzoin, we give like a slight warmness to the fragrance, which is really appreciated. So a really good balance of everything. Then we have the parfums. So you still have this orange that is quite present, but this one you have a more slight smoke and burn feeling. So the woody notes are very present compared to the eau de toilette. So you've got a dry down that is much more warmer, enveloping, sensual. So you keep a fresh opening, but the opening is not as sharp as the eau de toilette would be. The orange is a bit more discreet with the time, and I saw it was like piney, like aftershave like. You have a mineral as well backbone that is quite interesting because it's nearly scent like you've been scratching a mineral note, so it's really nicely done, a bit more sensual version. Then you have the intense vetiver. I have to say the intense vetiver composition really surprised me, because I think for me that's the one that stands out in a way that it goes a bit more far away from the Terre d'Hermes DNA. You don't have that orange touch that is always there normally in the Terre d'Hermes. It's more focused on the grapefruit that is very more juicy and not as bitter. So you get that vetiver that is obviously extremely here in the Intense Vetiver, which is normal. But what's really interesting is they decided to increase that dry and smokiness of vetiver and earthiness with olibanum. Olibanum is like a wax, so basically it gives that incense-like feeling, which is double increasing the earthiness of vetiver. So if you don't enjoy that dry, smoky, incensey, nearly churchy feeling, that might be a bit difficult. And it feels also at the beginning a bit more acidic because you have a touch of lemon, but that's quite fades rapidly, I would say. And then you've got the Eau Très Fraîche, so that's definitely the cologne for you summer days, and this one goes a bit more in the classic DNA as we go back to the orange, which is really present in there, but you've got that touch of geranium that I think is very smart to be here, because geranium is kind of a rosy scent but smells minty. It's a minty greenness geranium, so it brings a freshness to a fragrance without adding any fruitiness or anything like this, which is, I think, giving like a really interesting composition to this fragrance. It smells nearly aquatic and quite wet feeling, and it's really like a bomb. The first time I smelled it, I was like, oh my god, like all those vibes were going to my face. So it's a minty freshness, so extremely refreshing, but still quite gentleman-like because you do have a little bit of cedar patchouli to warm it up. And I had the feeling, it's not written on Fragrantica, but I think I've read some comments a bit everywhere, and I think a lot of people agree that there's a touch of cumin in there because it nearly smells a bit yummy and spicy. The orange was not like round as well, it's more like you peeling it, very acidic, and you really get that oil out of the orange. Next, we're gonna go to the effect. How does it make you feel and who is it for? Eau de Toilette is definitely for an active gentleman, I would say. It really smells like that very, I would say, elegant vibe, but quite active, quite casual chic. The guy is like a bit sporty, something like that. He wants to have something that energizes him. It's more like a fragrance that wants to impress without showing off too much. The Nof is perfect. It's a versatile fragrance. I think for me, I personally do wear it all year long, more easily spring, summer and autumn for sure, but I do wear it also in winter because it's got that benzoin dry down, so for me it's the most versatile one. The Parfum is definitely more mature, really much more that traditional elegant, all in sensuality. It feels a bit like mid-afternoon, evening, and it feels for me more like a woody essence, very masculine, gentleman-like, and quite powerful and sophisticated. So it's definitely kind of the same DNA, but this one is not the same effect. I think this fragrance brings a lot of smoothness that was needed in the range because all the Terre d'Hermes is quite uplifting, spicy, orange-like, and this one brings a lot of smoothness. However, for me, I feel this is something more easy to wear that I've seen before. Like this kind of DNA, like a bit more smooth with the woody note and a touch of citrus. I've seen that before, it's nice, but for me it's something more easy to wear. And then the Intense Vetiver was for me like the most difficult to go through. At the beginning I was like, no, and then the more the time was going, the more I really fell in love from it. I think people are very tough with this fragrance because it stands out from the other one. It's definitely not the Terre d'Hermes that you expect. It's definitely another DNA because of that churchy, I would say slightly churchy vibe. It's, I think, a bit more old school, mature feeling, a bit more vintage like, but that's the Vetiver and the intense incense that gives that feeling. For me it's a bit more melancholic, and it also makes me think of something a bit more mountain like, you know, like pine, that kind of environment. So I won't probably wear it in summer. I would probably wear it when it's a bit more colder. It's very like a mysterious type of vibe for this one, really deep and complex. For me, it feels really attractive because of that mysterious vibe. I feel it's the most sensual and of all of them for me. It's more artistic, I would say it's more unique. This one feels really like a complete different creation than the Très Fraîche. That was a big surprise. I remember trying it before but not really wearing it, and I was really surprised how good this fragrance is. It feels ultra clean, refreshing, a bit marine, like a nice sun ray around the rocky coast. That's what it makes me think like because of the mineral tone. It's got like a casual smoothiness that is quite relaxing and comforting as well, so it's nicely balanced. It's not just a bomb of fruitiness. It gives like a chic, I would say, fragrance, but very moist, and that's what I really appreciate. I would probably wear it when it's very warm. I feel it was a bit more I would say sensitive because of the geranium. It's not as spicier, which is appreciated when it's extremely warm. You know my point of view about performance. I think this is extremely subjective, guys. Like, I mean, it changed from everyone, so you can't judge a fragrance by its performance longevity. To me, it's a nice indicator because usually if it does stick to my skin very long, it would do it to a lot of people as well, but then it can change to different people. So for the EDT, I found that the fragrance was very linear. What you get at the beginning is what you get at the end, which is quite interesting. The lasting power is amazing to me, like seriously amazing. For me, on my skin, it does smell all day and very strong and sharp all day. The orange is there all day, so you really need to give that, like, that very spicy fruitiness. But for me, it's one of the best longevity I had, especially counting on another toilette. I think that's really great. For the Parfum, that's a bit strange, but I thought personally, bear in mind it's still subjective, I found this fragrance had a lot more contrast than the EDT, which I really appreciated. However, it didn't stay as long as the EDT on me. I think it's because the woods are so smooth that it was more delicate and sensual and powdery on my skin at the end. Whereas the Eau de Toilette was a bit more striking and punchy. It's a really beautiful fragrance, but I stick to my position that it's a more easy to wear to me and more common. However, for nice gentleman sensuality, I really appreciate it. The Intense Vetiver, I think for me it's for someone that wants something very unique, want to have a Terre d'Hermes but want something very special, want something deep, dark, mysterious, that would be this one. For the longevity of this one, I had probably around the same as the Parfum, which was really good, like, but more powdery at the end. However, the Intense Vetiver was slightly lasting a bit more longer. I thought the Vetiver is very strong in there, and even with the time it was really feeling even more powdery, incensey, smoky on my skin, but like really last really long. For the Très Fraîche, again a very nice longevity. Really surprising is I was thinking like for a cologne it was gonna be extremely light, you know, and just last, maybe a cologne is supposed to last 2 or 3 hours, it's supposed to be here to refresh you and that's it. So I was expecting that, and no, like for a cologne, like I had a really amazing longevity, sticked all day to me. I went in the garden in the sun and I could smell that my fragrance around me, and I really did appreciate it. And I saw, especially during that time, it was quite relaxing to smell this scent around me. So I would say the Très Fraîche, if you like a touch of mintiness and you want something not as punchy as the Toilette, then you need to go for that. So if I can give you still my favorite, I mean, no surprise for me, my favorite is still the EDT. I like the punchiness of the fragrance. I think it's quite unique, and I like the fact that it's really well balanced with black pepper, and that gives for me all the personality. And for me it's the kind of the true DNA of Terre d'Hermes, and I love it. I really love it, and the other ones you really enjoy them. I think if I'm talking to only my taste, I would get the Intense Vetiver as well, because I thought it was quite unique, and yes. But yeah, let me know what is your favorite Terre d'Hermès, what do you prefer. I will be happy to answer to you. Leave me a little comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot of people here watching me without subscribing, and that's not nice. I'm joking, but yes, do it. And I hope to see you very soon, and yes, bye now. Ah, mais c'est pas vrai! Abusé! Abusé là, les boucles d'oreilles. C'est pas. Franchement. Franchement. C'est. Abuse! Tu abuses! C'est pas possible. Reste calme! Reste calme! It smells. Oh my god, Jesus. This. But see. Enough is enough.